Charmaine O'Dane. With me, I have Superintendent David, who is no stranger to policing with you, seeing that he holds many hats. This morning, we are going to dive right into we're creeping into we're just about to. Tomorrow, the carnival season will open for the St. Kitts and Nevis. So we want to basically say what the roles that the police officer plays in making carnival season a successful one. So Superintendent David will basically guide us along that line as to what role the police play. So for those who are new or viewing and listening audience to the show, I'll have Superintendent David introduce himself shortly. But before I do that, I want to wish the grieving families my deepest condolences from the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force. We also want to thank the first line workers for a job well done yesterday. So Superintendent David, over to you.
Thank you, Sergeant O'Dane, GQ. Good morning to everyone. Here in the studio, in the Federation, out of the Federation, and on the various media platforms. Yes, it is indeed a pleasure to be back here to discuss matters of importance during this period of the year in our Federation. Yes, it is Christmas Carnival again, and you know, it is Sugar Mass 53 under the theme, "This is the only place to be, Sugar City 53.
Oh, okay.
So with that invitation to participate in Sugar Mass activities, I am here to remind everyone about safety and security. I am Lyndon David, Superintendent of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force. I am Divisional Commander for Division A, and my division, if you are familiar with St. Kitts, is from the Gut at Ross, they call it French Gut. Travel through Basse, go straight around towards Large Gut, and we have the Stapleton, Frigate Bay, and the Connery area. All those are part of my responsibility. So it's a big area, I think the largest population in the Federation, and we have more commercial activities taking place in that area. So that is just a bit of me regarding my policing activities, and I will say, just like Sergeant O'Dane, so before I delve into the discussion, I take this opportunity to say condolences, to give my sincere condolences to all the family members, friends, and colleagues of all those who lost their lives recently in traffic accidents. And I will also say at this time to my friends out there who have lost loved ones for varying reasons, my sincere condolences to you, and may God give you solace in this time of your bereavement. And my encouragement to each and every one of you, continue to trust in Him, and you know He will ensure that you have comfort in those times when you go back at home and you feel sad. Just call upon His name, pray, read a Bible text, and you will see how much relief you get, trusting in God always. So, Sergeant O'Dane,
thank you so much, Superintendent David.
With that said, I am here to do some batting. You know, we have the West Indies and Bangladesh right now here with us.
Yes.
West Indies doing good so far. I think they passed 2 matches. We don't know what will happen today.
I'm telling you.
I'm here to bat on behalf of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force and the law-abiding citizens of the Federation who want to know that we're here to keep them safe and secure during this period and throughout the rest of the year.
Definitely. While we're on that, can you outline the main responsibilities of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force during the carnival season in St. Kitts?
Well, basically our intention to effectively police all known carnival activities within the Federation to ensure a safe and secure atmosphere for our citizens and visitors during the Christmas carnival season. With that said, we intend to do all this we're going to ensure that we prevent and detect crime, because we know during carnival crime do take place, although it is a time for celebrate family members and it's a festive season, and the main theme behind it from many people is the birth of Christ. So people should try to live Christ-like during this period. Then we also provide mobilization and integration and unitization of national security resources to ensure incident-free carnival. So, you know, we have police, defense force, private security, and we know that I had a meeting with them along with others from the Carnival and Roads Committee, and we look at that. We had a discussion with them, so they have to, you see, that discussion will ensure that things are even better than previous times. So they know what we expect of them, they know what they expect from us. We continue to collaborate and participate in every event. We also did to maintain public order and safety in and around the Carnival area and Bastille, and we know we have other areas of St. Kitts where we'll have Carnival events. But not only that too, when people leave their homes, you know, we have to be there. We have to manage all roads. As we talk about the fatalities earlier, we will continue to encourage motorists. Drive safely, you are expected back home. The passengers you have with you, they are expected back home. So we continue to enforce the traffic laws to ensure that we have good road safety. Ensure arrival and departure at events of all ministers, VIPs, other dignitaries and guests associated with the Carnival Committee, that they are safe when they come. They have that safety when they do come. And we also have to look at it that in the end, not just law enforcement, not just the military who will assist us, not just the private security, not just Carnival Committee, but every citizen, resident and visitor are part of the safety and security apparatus. So we're saying to you, come on board, let us partnership and have a safe and secured Carnival and Christmas season.
Thank you so much, Superintendent David. I think you piqued my question because you went along the line about the safety and order, because this is a large scale that our country will be seeing activities going on, and the police have to make sure that each and every one is safe and secure. And I'm glad that you meshed it where everybody has that accountability as well to keep themselves safe and be a brother's keeper as well. Thank you so much. What are some of the challenges? You know, we just spoke about how we would partner and collaborate with the private security who is working alongside the Carnival. But what are some of the challenges the police typically face during Carnival, and how are they being addressed? We have been doing this for as long as 53 years.
Yes.
And we have also had to security for other functions on a large scale. So how is these challenges being addressed by the organization? I guess you guys would be in numerous meetings trying to make sure that what the postmortem said about last year wouldn't reoccur this year. What are some of the challenges?
Okay, some of the challenges that we faced every year, and though there are improvements, you will find the one-offs that will come. And I will start with what we spoke of earlier when we render our condolences to those persons who lost lives. We have speeding. You know, bus drivers, they're applying their trade and they want to make as much trips as possible to make as much money. But we are saying to you, take your time, you know. There's a sign over the Southeast Peninsula, rush slowly. I mean, even though you're in a rush, safety and security comes first. Not just for you, for other road users. So we're saying to all those bus drivers, taxi drivers, tour operators, the passengers you have in your vehicle, they are precious commodity. Just like a pilot with an aeroplane, a captain of a ship, he or she must endeavor their best to ensure that the passengers get on safely, they're on the journey safe, and they arrive safe, and they depart safe. So your job is not to say, I want to make the quickest buck in a reckless manner, but in a safe manner for all. So we have that speeding. Then there are times you have drinking and driving, drunk driving. So we are saying to persons, you will be going with persons with you. If you're going to consume alcohol, we're saying to you, you should have a designated driver, leave the vehicle there and catch a taxi or beg a ride, or do not go at all if you know when you start to drink a glass of whatever it is, you cannot stop. So you should not be behind the wheel of a vehicle. We also have where fights, previously we had where rival persons or gangs want to come and disrupt the various activities by settling scores. We've seen a scale down on that, but we know that it's still there, so we continue to be heightened on that. We're saying to you, the persons who are involved in these activities, respect the others around you. Stay away from these events if you want to do these things. But the best advice I would say to you, it is time for you to done away with that. If you are religious minded, get involved in church activities. Turn your life over to Christ. If you don't believe in that, well, do things that are socially responsible and ensure that you help to build rather than to tear down. So that is one of the activities. Then we have persons, they will say, oh, for safety and security, they're going to walk with knives and machetes and stick, and if anybody hit them, they're going to utilize them. So we are saying to persons, you come to enjoy yourselves, not to walk with these weapons. We know that there are times there are some criminals that will seize the thing to rob, and they do larceny from the person, or in some other areas they call it pickpocketing, and robbery can be in different forms. You can rob an individual, you can rob an institution, or you can rob a whole number of persons in a particular institution. So we are saying we do not want to see all of these things happening. Come and enjoy yourselves so that we can say, okay, not just the police, not just the government, not just the defense force, private security, carnival committee, but all of society, even our visitors, they want to see it be done in a peaceful manner. So also too, we see sometimes where parents come with the children. They're so taken up with the activity that a child wander off, and someone either bring the child to the station, or a band manager or something announce a child is here and the truck come and collect. So these are some of the issues we have, and we hope that we see them totally reduced or eliminated for this carnival going forward. So those are just some. There are many I can speak of, but I just paused here. So I hope that the listening audience and you and GQ are satisfied with that. But you can pop up a question anytime regarding some of those. But these are some of the things. The last thing I would say regarding that, sometimes we have the issue where, and we discussed it when we had our meeting with our private security personnel. You know, you have the little conflicts now and then with the police and the private securities. I'm taking this opportunity to encourage my colleagues. Let us remember that we are all there to work in unison. So if there's something pops up and we are not satisfied, do not argue, but just encourage in a nice way how to prevent it from reoccurring and cause a problem between the private and public security personnel.
Superintendent David, thank you so much. You brought me back to where I remember, especially working with you on last lap. You know, we get a number of children wondering about, and also with the curfew for the children, that parents be responsible, even though it's carnival, that you make sure that your children is at home safely, or in your custody or in your supervision. Thank you so much. We're gonna take a break now. We're gonna pay some bills and we're gonna be right back.
I want this and this. Oh, can I have?
Sure, we have an extra $600 from Flow. You can have everything you want.
Get it all with the gift of a free $600 MasterCard cash card, 2 free smartphones, and free installation when you bundle Flow Mobile and Internet. That's the gift of free times 3. Get it all this Christmas at Flow. Bundle in store or online at discoverflow.co today.
Merry Christmas!
Funerals are expensive. They can put financial strain on relationships and even put families in debt for a long time. At Nagico, we offer the Nagico Serenity Plan, which allows you to make decisions about your final send-off, cover your funeral costs, and can go towards your final affairs like outstanding loans. Contact Nagico today for a free quote so that your goodbye can be done with dignity. Nagico Insurances, fast, fair, and always there.
I want this and this. Oh, can I have?
Sure, we have an extra $600 from Flow. You can have everything you want.
Get it all with the gift of a free $600 MasterCard cash card, 2 free smartphones, and free installation when you bundle Flow Mobile and Internet. That's the gift of free times 3. Get it all this Christmas at Flow. Bundle in store or online at discoverflow.co today.
Merry Christmas!
Good morning once again and welcome back to Policing with You. I am your host, Charmin Odin. With me I have Superintendent David, who is here to basically guide us along the line as to what the police or what part the police play in securing the carnival festive season to be a successful one. We have a call, so I'll take that call. Okay, caller, you can always call back. So all lines are open. Feel free to call in. The superintendent is here to answer your questions when it comes to the safety of our carnival festive season and what role the police officer plays.
And if you can permit
in making
me,
sure that these things.
Sorry to interrupt. If you can permit me, seeing that you're on the acknowledging that the lines are now open, let me repeat those numbers again.
Sure, that's what I'll be fine.
465-6120, 465-1903. 662-8674, and lastly 718-577-2916. Sergeant O'Dane, pardon me. We have two calls here for you.
Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Good morning, Miss Police.
Good morning, sir.
And good morning, Inspector David, and good morning, Commissioner of Police, VQ.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay.
You realize I come out of retirement from police without pay. Because I am very concerned, as always, with my little 68 square mile country and 32 miles circle around the island. Now, my concern is this. I want to know when the top cop gonna discharge or send the police them where they're supposed to go. You got too many police gathered up one place in St. Kitts, and a lot of them should be on the road because a parked up vehicle will not knock down somebody. It's a moving vehicle, and you got too many ignorant drivers driving with wooden spectacles on, and at that they're speeding behind wooden spectacles. The driving is only them one on the road. Not even when you're carrying bag of coals, you can drive that way. Somebody who have a concern for others. Now, accidents will happen mechanically, you can't help with that. But when you will find people driving with due care and attention and just don't care who on the road like them one. That is the problem. And I've been saying it for years, If the roads they need more police patrol, police can't be like a lamppost here, there and everywhere. But once an ignorant wooden spectacle driver know that he gonna meet a police before he reach the next 2 miles, he gonna slow down. Too many nonsense, man. Right now I feel down and out, I don't know how we're going to get back the spirit to come up and be a group tomorrow to liven up the country. Too much nonsense. And I'm asking the person who in charge of the police force, deploy the police them on the road where they're supposed to be. Move them from around people. Mr. Robert Llewellyn Bradshaw, when he was the premier of the country, he never had a police guarding him. Never. All the bad things about Mr. Bradshaw, he never afraid they're going to win. So why nowadays these modern police want 20 police around them and the road need the police to conduct the traffic? Thanks for listening. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you so much, caller. We have a next call. Caller, good morning. You're on the air. Caller, you're on the air. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Yeah, good morning. And good morning, my brother Culture.
Good morning.
Nice to hear your voice. I want to talk about 3 things. See? Because my brother just talked about 2 of them. What happened in Sandy Point? I personally feel police is responsible for that. The reason why I'm going to say this is that you illicit behavior the young man driving. Now, for instance, you go down the terminal. You watching drivers down there smoking marijuana.
Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Greetings. Thanks for taking our call. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thanks.
Okay. All right. You know, it's concerning the accidents on the road. Now we have to understand the psyche of people when it comes to certain times of the year. And we are saying, not everyone, but a lot of people. And when it comes to certain times of the year, I feel that there should be a policy where certain people is not allowed to drive on the road. I mean, the system knows everyone who have license, right? Because everything is recorded, right? So there should be a policy where certain people, when it comes to certain times of the year, knowing the psyche of people, them don't go on the road where drivers is not allowed to drive because of how them, I mean, people that drive and they drink all kind of color, pink, blue, red, orange, all kind of color liquid, smoking, all kind of things.
Okay, we lost that caller. Superintendent David, you want to address? Okay, he's back on. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Good morning.
Morning.
This is Dumpling speaking.
Good morning.
Yeah, a police called me from away. And he said, Dumpling, when you went on the radio and this was a big cop, and you speak about how they're behaving down the ferry terminal and the west side and east side bus. And when I don't speak, and I said I had to say, and then this guy called in and said, give me a book, and I went him. And are you secular? Are you supporting? Are you, that's why then man respect for you on the road. Eh? That way may have nothing to say to you. Because before are you cutting off, are you listening and then butt up with a big laugh? It is something sweet. Then the people them doing nonsense on the road. You see what happened yesterday? It was clear? See what was clear?
Okay, we lost that caller. I'm unaware of what she's speaking about, but okay. Call. Okay, we have two more calls. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Hello, good morning, Sergeant Olaine and Inspector David.
Good morning, sir.
Inspector David, that was my younger brother talking to you, Jam Down. I'm the oldest brother. I live in New York. He's very animated. My younger brother. I just thought to make a comment, Inspector David. I think the St. Kitts have too many cars on the road, and the government have to find a way where the people take more public transportation. It's too many cars. That island is too small. It's only 68 square miles. And you are always going to have accidents. Because I know when I go up home back in the 60s and 70s, one family might be lucky to have a car. But now in family, about 3-4 cars. It's too many cars. And don't care how you all try to control the traffic. It's too many cars. I live in New York City. And you know how big New York City is. New York City have too many cars compared to St. Kitts. And those accidents will continue to happen. There's too many cars. So again, I'm going to enjoy the show and happy holidays to all of you in St. Kitts, the place that I was born, proudly. I'm a proud Kittitian.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, caller.
Thank you.
We have a next call. So, Superintendent David, you want to address? Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Yeah, good morning. Let me take you off. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Look, no, I just need to say something here. It has nothing to do with the police, none at all. It has to do with the driver. I was sitting just opposite the stands about 2 days ago in my car on the parking lot. You know, the parking lot where you pay to park your $5. I saw when the light changed to amber. Me and I fear. Boy, the person in this car meant that even when the light turned to red, he drove through. I couldn't answer to myself, my mother, you're the crazy man there. He speed up from the time, the bus stop, the little bus stop where you sit under. When I was in the car sitting on the other side of the road. And when I saw the thing change to amber, I said, well, the man was slow. The man speed up and decided that he had to pass the light when he read his arm. So, sometimes we blame policemen. A policeman can behave everywhere. I do not know if they have a camera or something there. Maybe if they had a camera and they'll look at these things, they should be able to see these things. But this is ridiculous. The amber light changed a good way. And when he passed, the red light was already came on when he about to pass. And for hell, he had to go to that. I mean, this is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Carla.
Okay, yes, Superintendent David, you want to...
I'll start from where that Carla left off.
Yes.
He's so correct. In terms of human behavior, that is something that we have no control over. Whether it's government, even sometimes parents, you rear a child in a particular way, and for some reason he or she diverts from the teachings you give. So when it comes to road users, sometimes you will see persons, as the caller said, they will speed up. Even if they see red, they continue driving. They see there is no right turn and they take a right turn in front of vehicles, and it goes back to society again, because sometimes I see where they should not turn right, but other road users are allowing them to turn right. Continue driving. So I'm saying to motorists, if a driver is going to turn, is going to make an unlawful or illegal turn, your job, once you're driving, just continue driving. You're not supposed to permit them to turn. Right? Continue to drive. If they're going to drive as if they want to collide to you, then you stop. But you should not be stopping for them to make that illegal turn. In terms of speeding and other things, it just depends on the person. I mean, police will not be on every road or wherever you call it, so that's why I made the appeal earlier. In order for us to make our federation to continue to be one that is safe and has a low crime rate to other areas, we just have to have an all-societal approach. That's the only way we can reduce or minimize or eliminate a lot of these things.
Okay, we're going to pause a bit. We have a call, so good morning. Call. Go ahead, Superintendent.
So yes, Carla, I appreciate that input that you gave, and those who call and say other things. But we appreciate your call as well, so that we can look and see where we can make adjustments. And if we cannot make adjustments because it is wrong that the person is doing, we just call it out for what it is. So we thank all the callers thus far for the input that you gave, and we're looking at them. And like I said, the last one there, we appreciate what you said in support of what we're looking at. There are people who just deliberate in doing wrong.
Thank you so much.
We have another call.
Yes, okay. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Good morning. Yeah, the officer just say you have no control over human behavior. You do have control over human behavior. That's why we have laws. And when they break them, even if it's in the home from parents, and you catch them, you punish them or you charge them. What you need in St. Kitts, it's more police on the road, catching the drivers breaking the laws on the road. That's what you need. And enforce the laws. More police, more ticket, more fine, and it's better in that way. Laws are there for whoever break them and get caught to be punished. So we do have control over human behavior. Number one is start with God, and then start with the human laws that we have. So laws need to control human behaviors. Don't care how bad they is. Bye.
Okay, thank you, caller. Yes, we have another call.
Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I just have a question. For years now, we've been seeing how bus drivers on the whole speeding through the land, and I don't have the numbers, but when an accident happens, are they charged by the court? I know that's illegal. There's not necessarily the police would say charge them, but is it in the scripture that manslaughter because they're just driving at high speed with passengers in the bus. So I'm trying to understand what are the courts going to do to force these drivers to pay when they drive so disregardly to their passengers and other people on the road. Thank you.
Okay, caller, the police will conduct their investigations, and based on the result of the investigation, the appropriate course of action will be taken and the appropriate charges as well. In terms of the court, whatever sentence the law provides for them to give, they can either give, they have between a threshold there, they have the maximum and the minimum. So based on the evidence and other things that comes out, sorry for that, the magistrate or the judge will determine the sentence according to the sentencing guidelines. So yes, we are doing everything in terms of the criminal justice system. So we also have the community to play its role as well.
Here we have a next call. Caller, good morning.
Good morning again, Chico. This is Franklin speaking. Once upon a time when I was more younger, they used to have police and beat. I think it's either 2, 3, and 4. Like one will be done by the from the police station to down by round the clock and ramps and so round the area beyond the theater. Go down the Berry Road, go across Irish Town and so on. They're doing them beat now. Making the police and foot beat, walking up and down, going all up Darcy and Soho like they used to do. I want to know why they change. You understand? Because if they used to do them things, the crime will cut them more. Because they will see police more often on the road. But no, the police them in vehicle with the vehicle glass up. So if something gonna happen and you see the police coming, you say the police coming, police, see somebody they're going to go bang somebody. No, they can't hear you. Put them on beat on the foot. Go back on beat. Beat is the best. Not driving the government vehicle and mashing them up. Put them on beat. Put them all about, all in the square to see police. Police used to run off. Run the gang from Irish Town. They should be all to Irish Town, up Newtown, when we go Newtown, to the alley them. Just I could tell you something one night, me to an alley with a boy, and then I look at you see this when you look at Chesney Hamilton was on beat. You understand? And he started to laugh, and from that I call him his number, 711. Put them back on beat. Put them back on beat.
Thank you so much, caller, for your recommendation. We have a next caller, GQ. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Good morning, Sergeant.
Good morning.
And good morning to Inspector David.
Morning.
Inspector David, you know me and I know you, right? Hello?
I'm trying to pick up the voice, actually.
Okay, I used to work with Port Center. Dayo, this is Dayo.
Okay.
I'd like to know what y'all what are they putting up the lights them from? And not the lights, the cameras from. What are they putting up for? For style? Because what I'm hearing with these busmen and other people driving and going through the red light, these cameras should have been able to pick them up and the government will get money from that. If not, let them go in Parliament and pass a ruling that these cameras is up and in order of working. So if you are trying to beat the limit, you will have to pay a fine of $500.
Okay.
Because it don't make no sense people coming on the radio and speaking about it and nothing's happening. So let them go in Parliament and pass a ruling with these cameras. I know they're not working. You have a good morning.
Okay, good morning. Thanks a lot, caller. I will respond in this way. The cameras that are currently installed in some areas, they were not traffic cameras wherein they will pick up speed and they will also register certain things. However, I'm happy to say that we are looking in that direction, and I know that a number of things are already afoot. Commissioner Sutton, along with the other members and the ministry members as well, are being looking at that. So maybe next year, 2025, I cannot tell you when in 2025 we will see that technology being implemented with the Royal St. Christopher Nevis Police Force and with the government and the citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis to ensure that we have better monitoring of the lights. So look out for that, but do not look at it say like tomorrow, but I know it's being planned. I would just like to mention something, as I know that GQ may soon have to tell us, boy, that time has come. So I just want to say something to our listening audience and those persons who will be reveling and spectators as well. When it comes to carnival activities, we know that there will be no weapon allowed in the bands, and weapons only will be carried by persons from the military and the police. So if you're a licensed firearm holder, you should leave that home. There will be a no bottle policy, glass bottle policy we're talking about, and other glass containers will be allowed. Vendors will be required to sell their drinks in plastic cups, and sometimes we have that being broken, and we are saying to persons, don't mind the money, look at safety and security. So as I was said to the caller a while ago, these are what we're talking about, behaviors. Yes, you have systems in place, but someone will still find a way to go around it. But to encourage others who can prevent it from happening, let us support everybody in terms of all societal approach. Members of the public will not be allowed to wear camouflage uniform or any clothing similar in appearance to that used by the security forces without the prior written permission from the Commissioner of Police. And most of the time is when persons are in troops or you are acting something. But for regular use, we're saying no. Violence will not be tolerated. Persons behaving in a disorderly manner carrying offensive weapons will be arrested, and you know how it is sometimes. Once you're there for that day, the event will have to pass, and then you know we can grant bail. But we are saying to persons, when you come to participate in this fun activity as opposed to make it difficult for the persons who want to enjoy themselves. We have Juve coming up as well. We know the ending time for Juve. We're also looking at persons to ensure that the parade, and when I say parades, I mean the grand parade, and you know we have the last lap area there with the parade. The routes will be no parking. Whenever persons see the traffic signs and cones down, do not move them or do not shift them. Do not clear them to pass. Only a police officer can give that authorization. So we wanted to avoid that. So, and we know the route. We have Keon Street, Pan Road, bit of Figure Bay Road when you go down there, turn down by Paul Southwell Monument there, that road there, the Bay Road, 4th Street. I see College Street as well. We have Liverpool Road, 4th Street. Please do not park on these roads. Around Carnival City, the areas where we have events, cones and other things will be placed. Comply with them, do not remove them, and you will not be ticketed or your vehicle will not be towed. If you breach, well then you'll be ticketed and the vehicles will be towed and you have to pay the towing costs and thing. For parking, when people go to the Carnival Village, apart from specified parking areas for government officials and committee officials, the old Barcia High School ground will be utilized for parking. And if you park elsewhere, you know, to park in a safe area, well-lit area, and if you can motor pool. So these are some of the things we're saying to persons who will come in to patronize the events, and we want to ensure that persons remain safe and you get back home safe. So that is just to encourage us to ensure that make the entire process easy for everyone, but you are participating in what is required, the good behavior, and report the bad behavior. We will not be able to be all over, but we're saying you see something, say something, you hear something, say something. And I am also saying you smell something, say something, you feel something, say something, because that's the only way. We have the all our societal approach to address criminal activities and ensure that Carnival Sugar Mass 53 will be a success.
Thank you so much, Superintendent David, for that. We are gonna basically wrap up by encouraging you guys to stay safe. Remember that you have a responsibility for self. And anything else you want to say, Superintendent David?
Well, just Merry Christmas. Happy New Year when it comes to everyone. Stay safe and do everything with others in mind.
Thank you.
And God bless everybody. God bless the Federation of St. Christopher Nevis, and I encourage every person to stick to God, stick to Christ, have the Holy Spirit within you, and you will do well.
Thank you so much, Superintendent David, for those encouraging words as we depart. I want to thank the listening and viewing audience, GQ and ZIZ, for having us here this morning with Policing With You. We wish all you guys the best and see you next time. I am your host, Charmaine Odin.
If they sacrifice now.